I was reminded of an aha moment I had a year ago today. I like to use the day one journal application on my iPhone. Anyway, I was recounting a situation. I was in a 12-month coaching program. I was getting to know some really wonderful people, and a friend of mine, Laura, directed me to a woman who was doing an energy of abundance program. I looked through it. It didn't work for me. It was it was a lot too religious, talking about God. None of that stuff speaks to me. So she sent me a link to an Abraham Hicks video, and I thought that was so interesting because I used to pay attention to Abraham Hicks for many years and I completely forgot about them. And here's the sort of weird conundrum. The background on Esther Hicks is that she's a medium and non-spiritual entities speak through her. And the overall message is about abundance and prosperity and being your best self. She never mentions God. She never talks about religion. She isn't doing anything that's like a cult. So for me, it's kind of this weird place to be with that because uh, there's one part of my logical scientific mind that thinks, how can this be? And there's another part of me that thinks, I don't know how she can be so brilliant and say the things that she says, but it's like a vibrational, transcendent message that speaks to me, that resonates with me. She has a way of communicating things in a grammar and a syntax and a sequence of words that probably no one with a really powerful grasp of the English language would ever say. But it's this finding a way of saying things in a different way to get you to stop, ponder, and think. So the reason this is almost a double aha moment for me is how I'm still stuck. And I think I'm going to make this video into two parts so I can speak to some of the content of the Abraham Hicks video. And the one in question is called Let Go and Dream Big. And it just reminded me of how I limit myself by my own perceptions. Ever since being a little boy, even though I had dreams, I think I dreamt relatively small. Because of my health, I was always sick. I had really bad ADHD. Yeah, I was gay and in the closet. I didn't know what that meant, but I knew other people knew. I was an outlier. Um, People around me generally made me feel like an outsider. They made me feel small and weak. Um, I didn't feel recognized. Yes, there were some people that believed in me and helped me, but the majority of people around me somehow didn't connect with me and looked at me as an outsider. So I've grown up with that. So that really pushed me deep into the closet for many years, and that staying in the closet kept me fearful of expansion, of expressing myself, my truth, or maybe even believing in myself and the possibilities of what I can and could create. If you want to achieve something great, you need to dream bigger than you believe you can actually dream. And that was the thing. I need to dream bigger than I believe I can dream because I'm struggling against my own belief, a condition, a preset, a construct, that there's no way that could be achieved. So that's the precondition that's limiting my belief that I could achieve something. Letting go of that is not easy. It makes me physically uncomfortable. I just realized in talking, I've been raising my shoulders. I've been getting my back up as a physiological response to the wanting to let go, to the wanting to be free. It is scary as fuck because whenever in the past maybe I've expressed to someone that this is what I want to do, this is what I believe can happen, it didn't happen, and then I feel like that's a failure. And then that pulls me even further backwards. And that's ridiculous. We need to have dreams without reason. Going back to the beginning when I said I was looking at this program by this woman that was a little too religious for me, there's an aspect of religion that requires faith. Faith is belief without reason. Now, on the one hand, you can be so blind to things around you that you can be a terrible person and say and do terrible things based on your religious beliefs. But you can have faith with the possibility of flexibility, the possibility of growth and expansion. The faith that if you commit to constantly focusing on what you want to achieve, that you will fail. And that you need to fail. That you need to fucking fail in order to make a step forward. I do this with my clients. Help them to realize that a failure is only a step forward. That when you fail at something, you can look at that and think, okay, what can I learn from this? What can this tell me? This doesn't mean I can't achieve my dream, but how exciting is that dream fulfillment going to be if every single time you get it, you're going to be freaking bored? No, the big dreams, the things you really want to achieve, the things that maybe you thought about as a kid when everything seemed possible, but then you became an adult and you were detrained to believe in the possibility of what you could achieve. Those dreams can only be achieved with multiple failures because you have to figure out your own fucking path to get there. And I need to swear. I need to get on my high horse about this because this stuff scares the hell out of me. But I've been allowing myself to hold myself back. I've only been allowing myself to dream dreams that I think I might be able to accomplish, and that's what's keeping me small. And that is not abundance. That's basically saying, here, Darren, is this little construct of a box that you've got to work within. And this box is your constraint. This box is your condition. I'm so glad I've had this opportunity today to realize why I've been so frustrated and so struggling with a certain level of happiness for the last little while because I've created this reality for myself. So I have some work to do, and I'm going to follow up on this video about what are my actions that I'm going to put into place so that I can dream those bigger dreams, so that I can catch myself when I'm thinking too small.